Who am I? I'm just some girl on the internet talking about home ownership and doing skincare.
Told you so extra, but I know I'm the same. Love me in spite of my trauma. Give me what I need instead of the drama.
Hey YouTube, it's your girl Drknlvely, aka Robin, and welcome back to my channel. And if it's your first time seeing this mug and these locs, I'm gonna need you to go ahead and click that subscribe button to become part of the Dark Knight Squad. We lit over here. I'm your good sis, you're my good sis. And today we are multitasking. A couple of y'all have mentioned that the skin is skinning, and honestly, respectfully, I feel like perfect skin is in the eye of the beholder, because baby, my skin is not quote unquote textbook perfect skin, but to me it's perfect because I have minimal breakouts. Now I am working on my hyperpigmentation, but that's just me. That's literally just me. I bruise very easily. Do not let me get bit or anything or have a pimple and try and pop it. And I am a picker. It will bruise. I will instantly have a blemish. I do have enlarged pores, but once again, to me, if my skin is clear, that's perfect skin. So not nobody asked, but I'm going to give you my morning skincare routine. Along with that, I'm going to share 10 things that I wish I knew prior to owning or purchasing my first home. So if you are a first-time home buyer, or if you are a homeowner currently, or you just nosy, stay tuned because I'm going to be dropping some gems. Now, everyone's experience regarding home ownership will be personalized. This is my experience as a single Black woman owning a home, purchasing a home in Houston, Texas, Harris County, to be exact. Let's get into it. So everything that I have on, all the accessories will be linked in the Amazon storefront if you are interested. And I will also link all of the products that I am using in this video as well. So to start off, we are going to do a lip scrub. And this is the lip scrub that I use. And I only really do the lip scrub during the cooler months for the simple fact that I just be needing extra love because baby, lips be dry. Now I start off with this lip scrub because it does have shea butter in it and it is greasy. So I do this first, so then any excess oil I could wash off during cleansing. And I also do a pre-poo and like a pre-scrub when I brush my teeth every day. I brush my lips. I have a separate toothbrush for my lips and I brush them. All right, so now we're just gonna rinse this off. So the first topic we're going to talk about is refinancing costs. Refinancing your home is like buying your home again, just an FYI, because it includes closing costs, it includes appraisal fees and title insurance, along with lender fees as well. Many people like myself thought that refinancing was free, and it's far from it. All right, got the lips done, and my lips are moisturized. Plummy, baby. All right, so let's move on to cleansing. And I love this cleanser. I've been using it. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. During the morning, I only do one cleansing. At night, I do two. I double cleanse. This is the cleanser that I use. I love the Cetaphil Hydrating Foaming Cream. Honestly, for it to be a foaming, I feel like it doesn't get that much good of a lather. I lied. Sometimes it gives a good lather and sometimes it don't. I don't know what that is. But moving on, topic 2. Escrow adjustments. Just an FYI, your mortgage payment can fluctuate. Your mortgage payment is not fixed at all. And that's because of your escrow. Now, I'm not really sure why, if and everybody has an escrow, because trust and believe, I don't know everything. I'm not coming on here saying I know everything. I'm just sharing key points with you that I think that a lot of people are unaware of when it comes to purchasing a home. So your mortgage payment fluctuates due to changes in your escrow, which has happened to me 3 times now, and only one time it's gone down. Hater! And those changes come from increases in your property tax, your home insurance premium. So those changes are, so if any of those change, trust and believe, your escrow needs to be adjusted. They do these adjustments every year, as they should. And when that happens, trust and believe, your mortgage payment is going to fluctuate. And I've been in my house for 3 years, so my payment has fluctuated every time. And it's, like I said, it's only gone down once. Now, I know there are a lot of beauty girls who use those pop-up towels, but baby, I just use a regular face towel. These are my face towels. They're not used for anything else. I would love to use those towels, but honestly, I haven't loved them enough to look into them to see if they're biodegradable, because honestly, I'm thinking about the environment. So I sit here, I go through 50 towels, and I wash them every 2 weeks. I get through them. That's how long it takes me to get through them. And then at that point when I wash them, I'm not even all the way through them for the most part. So apples and oranges. Am I really saving the planet by doing this? I'm not really sure, but this is why I use my face towels. This is not an ass rag. Nobody's booty touches this. And I would get those pop-up towels, or those facial towels, cleansing towels for traveling. I did see that they had traveling ones, just for the simple fact of when I do travel, I hate taking these because I have to worry about them being dry when I'm traveling. And of course the hotel has face towels as well, but a lot of people use those towels for their ass. And I'm putting it on my face. So, all right, so now we're cleansed. Skin is cleansed. It's looking good. It feels a little dry. So let's put some moisture back into that. So one of my first toners that I use is this rose water. This is the rose water that I use. It's the same rose water that I use for my locks, and I also use it for my skin as well. And I take it out of the toner bottle, and then I put it into this cute little bottle here. Literally not even trying to be aesthetic. It's just more convenient for me. I'm gonna spray that in. We're gonna pat it, and then we're gonna move on to number 3. Topic 3 is hidden costs beyond the mortgage. Budgeting only for the mortgage isn't enough. So when you're looking for a home and you're like, oh, I can afford this. This is how much I pay for rent. That ain't the same as your mortgage, boo. You can't do that. Remember additional costs like property tax, HOA, fees, home insurance, utilities, and maintenance. You gotta remember those. So we're gonna pat that in. You're gonna use a fan. We're gonna move on to topic 4, why this dries. So number 4 is the real cost of maintenance. Just know that home repairs, they can add up. Thankfully, I have not had that many home repairs since I've lived here. But when you're budgeting, you should say, experts say that you should budget 1 to 2% of your home's value annually for repairs, such as your HVAC, plumbing, and roofing. Because baby, the things you learn about when you become a homeowner is stuff you don't even think about. You're like, what? And you're respectfully, you can't help it because you're a first-time home buyer and you've never done this before, but you're so naive. You're so naive, but you got to start somewhere. So that's why I'm here, to not have you be so naive like I was. Teach one, reach one. You feel me? All right. So we've got the first toner on. We're going to move on to my second toner. And this is the Ordinary Milk toner. I love to use. Once again, I'm not that kind of girl and pat it on my face. I like to spray it. I'm a spray girl. So I basically, these are the same size bottles. They literally are the same size bottles. So one day I have extras. I just took the lid off of one of my empty bottles and I just put it on here, and here we go. Now we have a spray bottle of the toner and I love it. All right, we're gonna pat that in. And we're gonna move on to the next topic. Property taxes. I feel like a lot of people don't talk about property taxes and don't understand property taxes, like myself, and how they can increase. So just an FYI, property taxes can raise if your home's assessed value goes up. So if your home is worth more, your property taxes go up as well, which is a good thing. But then a bad thing, because it's like, if you didn't budget for that and you were literally, the goal is not to become house poor. And low key, high key, I became house poor when I bought my home because it was too much and I didn't budget for all the other things that I now have as a homeowner. And that's a naive thing for me to have done. And it is what it is. And I'm working on trying to rectify that. But I'm here to help you, to prevent you from doing the same thing I did. All right, so let's bath is completely dry. So a lot of times your home assessed value can go up if you do any improvements, which I've done. But respectfully, I feel like Houston does not do a really good job of appraising your property every year. I believe they do it every year because they have something called a homestead exemption or whatever. So like I said, a lot of these things are based on what city you live in and what state also you live in. And property taxes also change due to the market. So number 6, moving on, the impact of interest rates. So interest rates significantly affect your home's value and your refinancing options. So if right now I have a good interest rate, I would be a fool to refinance, however, I would love to get rid of my PMI. I don't remember what PMI stands for. I'll put it across the screen. Because once again, I'm still very new to this. Still very new. So I don't know everything. And respectfully, I still want to stay naive. I'm going to be completely transparent with y'all. I want to still stay naive because I'm not even really sure I want to do. I don't want to do this. I'm not even going to say I'm not really sure. I don't want to do this. I'm done. Stick a fork in me. I'm done with homeownership. 0 out of 10 would not recommend. But that's me. It's not for everyone. I feel like it's set up in society to make you feel like you're supposed to be a homeowner. You're supposed to have this home ownership, but honestly, it's just debt and more debt unless you are financially stable. And right now, the world is not set up for you to be stable, financially stable. Not everyone to be financially stable, okay? So let the records show. So I would want to get rid of my PMI, but my interest rate, baby, interest rates are high as hell right now. So that would be stupid of me to refinance, but that's the only way that I can help myself lower my mortgage payments significantly, still within that possible increase. Every time it increases, it doesn't increase by that much. Respectfully, put to some people, a lot, $100 is a lot, $50 to $100 is a lot, and it is a lot. But at some points, it was $200. It increased by almost $200. So if I could get rid of that significant chunk of that PMI, that $200 would still be nice wiggle room. I could still be able to fees that, but doing that with interest rates, I would have to refinance and I would lose my good interest rate and not be guaranteed that same interest rate if I refinanced. 0 out of 10 when I tell you. 0 out of 10, baby. So even small changes in interest rates can impact the overall cost of homeownership. Just the smallest little thing. So it ain't even worth it, boo. Let it go. It ain't even worth it, baby. It ain't even worth it. So we're going to move on to serums and we're going to move on to number 7. Which is your home insurance limitations. And I say that because standard home insurance policies don't cover everything, like flooding and earthquakes. Now, if you're in the South, you don't have to worry about earthquakes. But if you're in the South, you got to worry about flooding. Hurricane. Didn't know that hurricane season was half of the year. 0 out of 10. So because of those separate natural disasters like earthquake and flooding and others, they require separate policies. So on top of your home insurance policy already being included in your mortgage, that don't necessarily mean that you're not going to have an additional policy that you're going to have to purchase and pay for. Now, like I said, everyone's experience will be different, and some of you may not have to do this, but this is just something that you have to look into. Do your research, baby. I did more research on my hair than I did purchasing a home. That's how naive I was, and I'm trying to help you not be me. I'm trying to help you not be me, because respectfully, at my ripe old age of 35 when I purchased this home, I was not ready to purchase a home. I thought I was ready because I had the money, but I was not ready. That's a record show. I was not ready. All right. Number 8. And honestly, let's talk about this serum before I move on. This serum, I replaced vitamin C serum with this serum. This is Korean skincare. It's mainly niacinamide, 10%, and plus TXA. Don't know what that means, but you can look it up. But I replaced vitamin C with this, and honestly, it's the best thing since sliced bread. Vitamin C is not for everybody. If you are experiencing breakouts and you use vitamin C, try getting rid of your vitamin C and see if that changes your skin, because since then I haven't had any issues, baby. Moving on to my next serum, which is hyaluronic acid, baby. Hyaluronic acid is bae. And this is the big bottle from Good Molecule. And I think this one's, oh no, I still got something here. Next topic we're gonna move on to is number 8, and that is the importance of an emergency fund. Hyaluronic acid is bae, baby. I love when I put the hyaluronic acid on my face. An emergency fund is essential when it comes to owning a home. You need an emergency fund. If you don't have an emergency fund, you might as well not have a house. If you cannot save for yourself, you have an emergency fund for yourself, you shouldn't be owning a home, respectfully. Because you need an emergency fund strictly for you, and then you need an emergency fund for your house. And you need that because there's unexpected costs like appliances breaking down, roof repair, are a sudden emergency. And everybody may not think like me, but I think that you should have an emergency fund for yourself, your being medical expenses, and then you should have an emergency fund for your home. I feel like they should be completely separate. I feel like they cannot overlap, but that's just me. And do I have both? No, I do not. But I'm telling you that that's the best thing that you can do for yourself. Have a separate accounts for separate things. Do not let your savings commingle, because I feel like the waters get muddy. The funds get muddy. You can't have an account with $17,000 and be like, oh, 10's for the home and 7's for the emergency for myself, or 7's for the home and 10's for me. It's just separate accounts. If you decide that you want to pull from one to pay for the other, then that's okay. But keep them separate. But that's just me. Who am I? I'm just some girl on the internet talking about home ownership and doing skincare. But I'm also living it. So that's why I feel like I can speak on it. Yeah, it's not the regular show, baby. Not the regular show. All right, so we're moving on to moisturizer. We're moving on to the next topic. And this is a hard word that I had a hard time pronouncing, and it's amortization misconception. What that means is basically, it means that in the beginning, a lot of your payment is going to your interest rate, not your principal. And I feel like a lot of people don't understand that when they notice that their loan isn't going down. The number is changing. And it's like, you're making all of these payments. You have to make separate payments towards your principals if you can. So if you have any extra money, you need to be putting that extra money towards the principal itself. And because it's not going to go there by itself. And that's what I had to do. And unfortunately for a lot of people, that can be very discouraging, but it's just, it is what it is. And last but not least, we're going to move on to my sunscreen. This is Super Spritz. And honestly, respectfully, I really like this sunscreen because it's spray on. This is the only one that worked for me, baby. When I try and tell you, I spend so much money on sunscreens. Everyone's experience, once again, is personalized when it comes to everything in life. You just have to do your research and then apply it to you, because you are not that person. Things may be similar, but you are not that person. So this works for me. I like this. This is a spray on. All the other ones clog my pores. This one clogs my pores the least because I just have enlarged pores. So I like this one. Then we're gonna do the fan. And I really like this one because it gives me a cute little glow. And I remember when I was much younger, I thought that glow was bad, but honestly, I prefer glow over matte. I don't want to look matte. I want to look dewy. We're going to dry that out. So number 10, the last topic we're going to talk about is appreciation. It isn't guaranteed, baby. Home value doesn't always increase. Market conditions can cause your home value to stagnate or drop. So it ain't going nowhere. Me, currently, right now, but it's not dropping, especially in the short term. I've only been here for 3 years. So of course it's stagnant right now. It's going to be a long time before I see any kind of appreciation in this property, but do your good sis want to hold out that long? No, let me off this ride. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. This is the lip balm that I love, that I use. I got a facial one year from a friend. She got me a gift card. I went to this esthetician and she used this lip balm and she used a tinted one on me, but I'm not a tinted girl. I'm just a regular shit. I'm just Carmex girl. Give me Carmex, I'll be fine. but I absolutely love this one, especially for the cooler ones. It's avocado oil and it's so moisturizing and it doesn't really have a smell at all. But baby, when I tell you this bitch is expensive, this was $40. It's $40. I'm not even gonna hold you, but I had it shipped to me, and like shipping cost was $13 on top of ordering this. So it was like shipping costs that made it astronomical for no apparent reason, but it's still magical. And if I could, I would buy these by the boatload. I really, and this is not sponsored, baby. I really love this. It just so happens to be expensive as hell. And that's my skincare, y'all. This is my everyday. This is what I look like every day, minus me not having any eyelashes. I don't know when I'm actually gonna do my eyelashes. I need to wash my hair. Currently, my hair is filthy. My scalp is filthy, and I'm pretty sure my hair is filthy. I've had these twist in since last year, literally. It was December 30th is when I put them in. So yeah, it's truly a protective style. Remember when y'all said, oh, imagine putting a protective style over a protective style. Like literally my hair is protected. Get my retie next week. I will wash my hair in these twists, and then I will take them down and have a really cute twist out that I'm going to appreciate. Let's quickly recap the 10 things I shared with you today. So number 1, refinancing comes with a cost. Number 2, your mortgage can fluctuate due to escrow adjustments. Happen every year, okay? Escrow adjustments happens every year, just an FYI. Number 3, don't forget about hidden costs like your property tax and HOA when you're budgeting for your mortgage, when you're looking at homes to buy. 4, budget for repairs as well, okay? Home maintenance, it's pricey. Number 5, property tax can increase, and that's due to home's assessed value. Number 6, interest rates matter more than you think, okay? Your interest rate is very important, just so you remember. Number 7, standard home insurance has its limitations. Get extra coverage where it's needed. Don't think, like, assess your area. If your area is prone to flooding or you're in an earthquake area. Number 8, always have an emergency fund for unexpected expenses. That includes, for me personally, I would say personal emergency fund and then have your home emergency fund. Number 9, understand amortization. I'm not pretty sure I'm saying that correctly. It's a very hard word. Amortization. Most of your early payments go to interest, okay? Do not go to your principal. And number 10, home appreciation is not guaranteed. It's not always guaranteed. It is not always like, oh, I'm going to be able to pull from my equity because my house's value has gone up. It's only been 3 years, baby, and my appraisal is very stagnant. But that's also in the short term. So to me, don't look to pull so early if you have a good interest rate, because once again, what was number 6? Interest rates matter. So if you have a good interest rate, baby, keep that interest rate, okay? So remember, owning a home isn't always about the house. It's about planning to be prepared for the unexpected. You never know. Fortunately and unfortunately, I've only had to replace one maintenance thing, and that was my HVAC. A pump went out and I was in this bitch hot, didn't even know, because your good sis does not like to turn on the AC during the summer. AC growing up was a privilege. I didn't have AC in the house. In the desert where it's hot, they have these things called swamp coolers. So I didn't have central air until I moved back home with my mama. And I was in my I was like 30. That's when I got AC. So having a home that has AC, baby, I'm not running that bitch. Turn the fan on, okay? If I'm in the living room, why am I cooling down the rest of the house? The only time I turn on the AC is when it's unbearably hot and I have company. Because once other people get in my house, I start getting hot. And I have to put clothes on because I walk around this bitch naked, okay? Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the tips. I hope they were helpful, especially if you are a new homeowner or you're thinking about buying your first home. Remember to always take care of your skin and take care of your finances for your home as much as possible. Once again, I'm not even doing the best job, but I'm here to tell you that you are not the only one. You are not alone. Let me know in the comments if you learned anything new from this video or you have anything to add. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.